graduands and guests, please note that face coverings must be worn at all times throughout the ceremony unless medically exempt. Thank you. Guests and graduates, please note that face coverings must be worn throughout the building and indeed throughout the ceremony unless medically exempt. Thank you.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Can I just have 2 minutes of your time? Welcome to our annual graduation ceremony. Delighted to see so many of you in here today at this physical ceremony, which is terrific to see, particularly in all your academic splendour. Just some housekeeping rules I wanted to go over. There's no planned fire alarm, as you can imagine. But if everyone can just put their mobiles to silent, that would be very, very much appreciated. And when you hear a piper, if you could be upstanding for the platform party who will be processing in, and then we can get things, get this show on the road. But the main focus of today is to enjoy yourselves. It's about you, our graduands, so you enjoy it, and after the ceremony, obviously, you can mill around and take plenty of pictures, etc., with your friends and family. But it's very, very good to have you here today, and just the one last thing to remember, because of the situation we find ourselves in with COVID, there will be no shaking of hands as traditionally would be with the principal. So it will be very much a ceremonial bow, and that will confer your graduation and your awards. And then you come up over the stage and collect your certificates at the other end. But most importantly, enjoy today, and thank you.
Special guests of honour and members of our college board, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, graduates, and of course, family and friends. As Vice Principal of Student Experience at the City of Glasgow College, I'm delighted to welcome you to our 21st 2021 winter graduation. And I must say how pleased I am that we were able to host this event with so many people actually here in this prestigious venue and world-renowned concert hall. It's so great to be back amongst friends and colleagues. All of you here today and those of you joining us online should be so proud of how you have overcome such unexpected and difficult times brought about by this global pandemic. Did you think when you started or enrolled on your course that you would move to online learning and learn to learn in such a different way? It has been a really difficult year, hasn't it, for all of us, but we've come through it together, and it makes the qualifications that you have worked so hard for an even more impressive achievement. You really are a resilient group who have gained and grown and will shape the future with the creative and problem-solving approaches you have used over the last 20 months, positioning you well for a life of learning and work. So truly, well done to each and every one of you. Now, what I would like you to do is to look to the person on your right and your left and say, well done. And that's to everyone in the room. Okay, that's enough well dones. Oh, there you go. Trust me, you've got lots of clapping for the afternoon. So as is customary, today's ceremony commences with an address from our college's founding principal and chief executive, Paul Little. During the pandemic, we celebrated our 10th anniversary, and in that time, Principal Little has raised City of Glasgow College to be a top-performing college in Scotland and the UK in further and higher education. His leadership continues to redefine tertiary education and rightly ensures that students remain the focal point of everything we do. Principal Little has a strong affinity with both creative industries and nautical and STEM faculties. Indeed, his first degree was in fine arts, and he's a fellow of the Royal Society of Arts. He's also a fellow of the Nautical Institute, an honour bestowed in recognition of the substantial impact the college is having on maritime education and training. As an avid seafarer himself, our principal has combined a distinguished career of over 30 years in tertiary education with a very practical voluntary role in both the UK and US Coast Guard. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our principal and CEO, Paul Little.
Thank you, Dr. Carney. Mr. Chairman, guest of honour, our esteemed alumni, Heather Sully, members of our college board, honoured fellows, distinguished guests, alumni in the audience, parents, carers, family, friends, and especially our graduating class of 2021, resplendent in front of us. All part of two faculties, the Faculty of Creative Industries and the Faculty of Nautical and STEM. Now, I'm particularly delighted to give a very warm welcome to our guest of honour, Heather Sully, today. As I said, she's a distinguished alumni of this college, and it's very important as a role model to you of someone who sat in the seats you've sat in to go to the heights that Heather has gone to, and that's going to make her even more nervous. We'll look forward to hearing her address shortly, but it's an opportunity to very publicly help us celebrate your achievements, class of 2021. You know, normally, ladies and gentlemen, we have some 3,600 students graduating of a day at the City of Glasgow College. And because of COVID restrictions, we've had to limit that. So not everyone is here at this ceremony. We're observing all the COVID restrictions, and we're obviously with an abundance of caution for our graduates here today. So I would therefore like to give a very special welcome also to all those parents and those graduates who are not here today through the wonders of our internet. This has been streamed live on the internet, online. You know, mums and dads, indeed grandparents and friends, graduation days are very special days, but they're also very special days for colleges. They are academic milestones where, you know, as the faculty, as the support faculty, indeed as the principal and board of this college, we can share in the enormous pride that you have and our faculty has during this particular time. And we do so also with the pride of our partners from industry. So it's very fitting we've got some representatives from the Scottish media and creative industries, and also we've got some representatives here today from BAE Systems and the National Maritime Academy, all the way from Saudi Arabia, who are present in the audience. All of you here today are most welcome. You know, as the principal of this college, it is my honor, graduands, and I said graduands, and as you pass across the stage and as I give you a ceremonial bow rather than a handshake, you leave as a graduate. So you start sitting there now as a graduand, and you very importantly are conferred that internationally recognized qualification in this very formal setting, in this very formal way, indeed in this time-honored way. But it gives me enormous pleasure to do that, and I'd like to personally congratulate every individual graduand and graduate. And no pressure. This morning's ceremony went well, no one fell. I know some of you are thinking, oh my God, I'd rather not have those shoes on here. No one is going to see you except the assembled audience and about 100,000 people on the internet. So that should make you absolutely relaxed here today. You know, ladies and gentlemen, let's remember that the pandemic is not over. I may not be wearing a mask because I'm making this speech, but the pandemic is with us, and I believe that we're going to have to learn to live with this COVID, just like we're learning to live with the seasonal flu. It won't disappear one day, and we'll all wonder, well, that was a bit of a nightmare. We're just going to have to learn to live with it, just like our students have learned to adapt. But I think you join me today in absorbing that atmosphere, and it is, you know, great to be part of a real graduation. You know, we had to have a virtual graduation last year, and whilst we did our best in those virtual graduations, you can't ever replicate the feeling, the buzz, the excitement, the sense of expectation that a real graduation gives you. And, you know, the last time we were in this famous auditorium, it was 2019 BC, before COVID. And, you know, tomorrow we won't all rush back to the college to, you know, the 1,000 workshops or specialist classrooms. We still have to observe some virtual distance. So some of our students listening in today will be going back to the digital sphere. And instead of those all-important visits to industry, those excursions to industry, unfortunately, we still have to make do with the virtual chat rooms. The best we can do in these very challenging times. Because graduands, you have gone that extra mile to be here today, to pass your course, to make the grade. You've had to adapt so much, you've had to endure so much, you've had to become more resilient than probably any generation of students I've been associated with in over 30 years. So I want to, at the very start, place the very public notice that I want to congratulate you as extraordinary students during extraordinary times. And you shouldn't take that for granted. You shouldn't just say, oh, well, I just passed my course. Actually, you passed your course against the odds. Now, 1 in every 10 of your peers in the college has had to either repeat their course or extend their studies. And, you know, we are blessed with a world-class faculty, lecturing faculty, many of them are sitting in front of me, and a world-class support faculty. And together with your endurance and with their professionalism and their dedication, we've ensured that you're here today. So let's make the most of this very important ceremony, because you've done something I, or indeed anyone on this platform behind me, hasn't done. You have graduated during a global health crisis. Not a local endemic, not a local seasonal flu, a global health crisis. You've studied during that. And also you're graduating, and as COP26 remind us, during a climate emergency. We never had to do that. We messed it up because of what we did. You're having to graduate in that. And you're also graduating during unprecedented times where there's real acute labour and skill shortages. Actually, that's to your advantage because, quite honestly, you've got a bit of paper internationally recognised that is a passport that others with more academic qualifications would die for, because you've got something that proves you're work ready, you can hit the ground running, and you've all the skills necessary for these two faculties today. You're more than cognitively, you are haptically and professionally trained. You know, today, therefore, it is an important moment. It's an important moment in the public spotlight where we can celebrate your accomplishment of technological skills gained and professional education studied. We can also celebrate the creativity that you've had to adapt against the odds. And we can take this public spotlight to really celebrate your compassion for each other during these difficult times. You know, I could wax lyrically about the many achievements of the City of Glasgow College, and I wish they would give me a speech that would allow me to do that, ladies and gentlemen. But I can't. I've got a fixed time period here. So I can only really give you a tiny, tiny fraction about the fantastic work of a community of students in excess of 30,000 students. So think of any university you have in Scotland. That's probably larger than any university. Think of any business that you've been associated with. How many of those businesses are there 150 languages spoken? Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is the world-class City of Glasgow College. It's a next-generation college trying to do things differently, like it's never been done before. And I guess in the last month alone, probably in the last 2 weeks alone, during COP26, in our landmark year, we excelled, and Glasgow excelled. Glasgow is now the climate capital of the world. Who would have thought? Who would have thought that? Glasgow had a very good COP26. And the City of Glasgow College, as its premier tertiary institution, particularly in professional and technological education, had a very good COP26. And many people are lauding the college for our inspirational approach, our excellence, and indeed our innovation across 100 events between the two sites at the City of Glasgow College. On our Riverside campus, and we've got many graduating from today, we hosted the International Maritime Hub. And in that International Maritime Hub, we had the Secretary General for the International Maritime Organization. For those of you in the creative industries, you might not know that's the UN equivalent of the Maritime Regulator. So you've all heard of the UN Security Council. The Maritime Council is the IMO, and they were with the City of Glasgow during the past 2 weeks. We also had numerous shipping ministers. We had industry delegates. We had delegates from across the UK. And what we were doing was showcasing our green technology, our green skills, our green technical growth that we've got at the City of Glasgow College. And we did so with our partners. And we were delighted that the hub was opened by Scotland's First Minister, Nicola Sturgeon. But we played host to many VIPs and VIPs. For example, Her Royal Highness the Princess Royal joined us, the Prime Ministers of Fiji and Belgium, and let's be under no illusion, the Prime Minister of Fiji is in the absolute front line of this climate emergency. If we don't do something about it, there isn't going to be a Fiji in the future. So he was there to very directly explain to the world's shipping ministers the challenges that we face. We also had the Indian Union Minister in charge of the environment. We also had the UK Secretary of State for Trade and Industry join us. We had the UK Transport Minister join us. We had the Scottish Cabinet Secretary for Net Zero Transport and many international CEOs. So when you think about that, You're graduating from a college that convened that and invited all those delegates, and they all came because of our reputation. And because of that reputation, you can use that as you progress on to the next stage of your career. And ladies and gentlemen, and particularly graduating class, we even had a Greta with us. Now, it's not quite Greta Thunberg, but it was as important to the college. Greta Ferramo, who's the Under-Secretary General of the United Nations, another dimension of the UN, and she's in charge of the United Nations operations. So when the UN wants something done, they call Greta Ferramo. And she's also the guardian of all those 17 Sustainable Development Goals that I mentioned later. At the same time as all of that was happening, the creative industry students, your peers and students who are in courses leading to your course, were actually engaged in hosting the international media. We had ITN and STV and access to the New York Times at the City of Glasgow College. We also played host to the top leaders from the International Chamber of Commerce, the British Chamber of Commerce, and the Glasgow Chamber of Commerce, all together to discuss the industry version of climate. And that was very important because in COP21, the industry wasn't so engaged. So it was very heartening to see so many top leaders from around the world, from the business community, and indeed from the creative industry community, engaged in trying to find some solutions. They weren't present during the Paris Accord. If that wasn't enough in our campus, on that campus, the city campus, we also played host to scientists from Edinburgh and academics from London, indeed from the University College London Institute of Education. And together we debated and discussed how further and higher education, indeed as I prefer tertiary education, how they had to work more closely together as civic anchor institutions and as technological incubators to try and find a just transition, these new green skills. And we were kept honest in that by very powerful inputs from 3 chiefs from the Amazon, who came all the way from the Amazon to speak to the Blue Zone, but also because of the nature of the City of Glasgow College, because of its world-class reputation, they came to the City of Glasgow College and addressed some of these delegates that I spoke to at the city campus. And quite honestly, they gave me and the delegates present a powerful reality check of how urgent this is. And I, for one, have certainly changed my behavior in terms of recycling and more climate awareness. And I like to use this opportunity just to say each of us has a responsibility. It's not those delegates or that government. I, as an individual, have a responsibility to the climate, and I intend to exercise that. So I'm conscious, graduates, that you've heard a lot of blah, 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 and you expect action. You can expect that from your college. You will get that from your college. You have got that from your college, but you've also got that from your city. We now have the Glasgow Climate Pact, so it was a good COP for Glasgow. Indeed, for our institution, as I mentioned before, it was a good COP. We were able to convene all of those very high-profile and influential delegates to nudge the situation forward. And let's be under no illusion, last Wednesday was Transport Day, a very important day in COP. And much of the debate in the run-up to that, much of the shipping debate, was all planned at the City of Glasgow College. And I left the Secretary General at 2 o'clock to go to, as he went to COP, to make his discussions based on meeting the world's shipping ministers, many of whom you may have seen at the City of Glasgow College. So given that we've got 2,000 courses, given that City of Glasgow College delivers across 19 countries, 5 continents, you know, that is a global reputation. That's a reputation that's only matched by our impressive green credentials. For example, you would expect this as the UK's leading super college, that we have reduced our carbon footprint since we moved into the new super campus by 1/3. Indeed, we're committed to become completely net zero by 2040. We're also leading the city region in developing a very specialist skill base to support the City Council's home energy retrofit across its entire housing stock. As an eco trailblazer, City Glasgow College was an early signatory of the Sustainable Development Goals, and we embedded these objectives across our curriculum, our research, our leadership, and our day-to-day operations. And how would you know that? Well, not only would you see the certificate on our wall, which is a platinum certificate from Zero Waste Scotland, you would know, if you were a student at the college, that we recycle all our waste. You would know that every one of our vehicles in our fleet is 100% electric. You would know that we have electric bikes for staff between the two campuses. And you would also know that we banned the single use of plastics in all our catering outlets and our vending machines. We're doing our little part, and we're doing it to the best of our ability, and we're doing it to inspire our students, to inspire their parents, to inspire their families, to inspire their communities to go that extra mile. So I believe that your college can be trusted to deliver, can be trusted, ladies and gentlemen, to deliver the upskilling and reskilling necessary as we transition to that just net zero future. And our colleges are hardwired into the SME community, and we are very much the tip of the spear in workforce innovation for the small and the large corporates together. That's important as we all collectively seek good work for you to graduate into, and we use our system leadership role to ensure that work is of a high standard and, where possible, pays a high standard, a high wage. So we've trailblazed across all those programs, and every single year, 8,000 technical and professional graduates leave our college. So we couldn't do it in one big ceremony. We have to do it over several days, and because of COVID, clearly we've had to scale that back. That's, ladies and gentlemen, a veritable powerhouse of technological and professional skills. And that's a super complement to the equally important academic skills. But let's not forget those professional and technical skills. We over-celebrate the academic skills, and we under-celebrate the technological and professional skills. So it's important when you're in a flagship college like the City of Glasgow College that you use our very prominent, our #1 position to remind politicians and leaders and business leaders of the absolute importance of technological education and professional and practical skills. You cannot do without those. Generations have not been able to do without. Glasgow didn't build itself into the second city of the empire, cradle of industrial revolution, without those technical and professional skills. So as you pass across here, graduands, and as you leave there, I want you not just to stand tall, I want you to stand proud, because you're leaving an institution that has ensured that your qualification is a gold standard qualification, not just in Scotland, not just in the UK, but globally, given our international reputation. You know, I'm nearly at the end of my speech, and I need your help, graduates, because quite honestly, you needed the help of our lecturers, and you needed probably more than that, the help of your family and your friends, and all of those that played their part to keep you focused, to keep you motivated, to keep you even on your course when the going gets tough. So we're wearing all these traditional robes, we're in a very formal setting, but we owe a debt of gratitude to our parents, our friends, our families, our grandparents, our husbands, our wives. And I'd like you now to be upstanding if you could. So all graduands, please be upstanding and try and face, if you could, somewhere in the audience, a member of your family or one of your loved ones. And then once you've identified them, give them a little wave, and they're giving you a little wave back. What I'd like you to give them a huge round of applause, because that's what they really deserve. Thank you. Please be seated. Now, usually at moments like this, my chairman to my right will have said he's never mentioned the presidential quote. It's usually this little quote that I try to weave into most of my speeches. And I do that quite intentionally, class of 2021. So I'm not going to disappoint my chairman, because there was once a young man in a hurry, another young man in a hurry, and it was the 35th President of the United States, John F. Kennedy. Now, we're now in the 46th President of the United States. And the pearls of wisdom of that young man changing the world still ring true today. I want to remind you about that, or perhaps introduce those words to you. I hope that you'll have picked something from my speech that will be able to make you be proud of your institution, because we're proud of you. But I hope this leaves you with some inspiration as Heather comes. He once said, young people are the world's most valuable resource, and they're also our best hope for the future. He also went on to say, and this was my point about climate and even about lifelong learning, he said, one individual can make a difference, but everyone should try. So now it's over to you, class of 2021. It's your time to try. It's your time to make your mark on the world. We're depending on you. Good luck. Congratulations. Thank you. So now I'd like to formally introduce our guest of honor, Heather Sully. Now, Heather Sully is the creative director of Housekeeping. Ladies and gentlemen, she is an environmental campaigner, and as we all know, a very famous TV and radio presenter. And she's got a wealth of experience in the media and PR and communication and broadcasting, and indeed the creative industries in general. But she's also one of us. She's a member of our college family. It's a very extensive college family. And she's graduated with an HND in advertising and public relations. And I know that's one of the top advertising and PR courses in the UK. I've seen the course content. She was from one of our legacy colleges, from the College of Building and Printing. Based in London at the age 22 during her time, she worked in a global marketing agency. She worked with some of the world's leading brands. She worked on international projects with international artists, such as Prodigy, the Spice Girls, and indeed every major UK and European music festival. For more than a decade, she was a TV and radio broadcaster on BBC One, BBC Two, MTV, Channel 4, and she fulfilled her teenage dreams to become a Saturday kids TV host. I think that's wonderful. She also hosted Beat 106 Breakfast, XM Radio, Drive Time, and she clearly regularly continues to contribute to BBC Radio Scotland. She was one of you. She sat on that seat. She made her mark. She's a passionate environmentalist as well as a consummate broadcaster. Her Say No to Plastic campaign, way back in 2007, when none of us were saying that, gained worldwide recognition. And she was instrumental into the introduction of the plastic bag charge and the reduction of plastic bags in Scotland. She raised $350,000 for 17 Scottish charities, and most recently spearheaded a global campaign to tackle single-use plastics caused by contact lenses. For the past 5 years, Heather has been a lead video producer with Reach plc, the UK's largest publishing company, delivering integrated editorial content, commercial films, and behavioural change campaigns and nudge campaigns for the retail third sector and for government bodies. Just last October, her career came full circle as she became creative director at Housekeeping, a PR, strategic communications and media agency that delivers campaigns for organisations for a positive impact on the people and the planet. Ladies and gentlemen, particularly graduating class, please give a very warm welcome back to one of our distinguished alumni, Heather Sully. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. I have to say this is the most amount of people I've actually been in a room with in the last 2 years, and I think it's probably all the same for all of you. Before I start, I think we should just all give each other a massive round of applause, because this is an absolute joy for me to be able to be here today to spend this special day with you. What a year. We've all been through so much with the pandemic, and we made it. It's a real privilege to be here today, 23 years after I was experiencing this very moment that you are now. And it's a real honor to stand before you, students, classmates, mums, dads, grandparents, boyfriends, girlfriends, children, and some of the brightest minds in Scotland sitting around us, and me. Thank you for inviting me to share some of my wisdom and experience with you. Someone whose biggest claim to fame is being gunged on national TV and getting everyone to pay 5p for a plastic bag. Feel free to laugh. I know just what a brilliant start I achieved in the early days of my career after studying an HND in advertising, marketing and PR, as it was then called, Central College of Commerce. I loved it so much, I still keep in touch with my former course leader, Robin McGee, and also some of the many students that I made. You're onto a great thing after a start at this college, of that I assure you. And if any of you would like to come and work with me at Hollycombe as an intern or potentially as an employee, I would love to hear from you, and I will give you my contact details later, because I think it's important to say that you must grab every opportunity as and when it comes your way, and I will explain why in just a tick. So first of all, time flies, and I really mean that. Make sure that you savor this moment and reflect on all of your efforts and pause on the big moments, because this is one. I've had a few of those moments. One of the first was while attending this very college. I came here based on one thing: passion. I loved media, creativity, and working with other people. I left school at 17, couldn't afford to go to university, wasn't quite sure what I wanted to do, and after a great summer job delivering the post at the Erskine-based headquarters of the AA, that's the Automobile Association, I got my first proper job. I was a postroom assistant. It wasn't glamorous, but by Jove, I loved it. I remember it distinctly because the postroom was next door to the PR office where the team worked, one of which was a woman called Elaine Fee. She was funny, clever, very busy, and she looked like Julia Roberts, which was, to me at the time, quite a thing, as the movie Pretty Woman had just come out. And one of the ways I made friends across the business was by letting people borrow my cassette of the soundtrack to Pretty Woman. Probably one for the parents and grandparents. What can I say? It was 1990. We didn't have CDs or iPods or DATs or mobiles then. I loved music, and it was music that helped me gain confidence in the workplace, meet people, and above all else, it made my job that so much more enjoyable. The PR woman, Elaine Fee, was on the radio regularly talking about the latest survey, or meeting journalists for lunch, or preparing a radio bulletin. She was always busy, and her job looked like great fun. She made quite the impression upon me. Being in headquarters, I came to the attention of the insurance sales manager, who offered me a job doing telesales selling insurance. Again, not the most glamorous, but I said yes. So at the age of 18, I was one of the top salespeople in Britain. When I first started, I was absolutely awful. I didn't have a clue what I was doing, but I stuck with it, and in no time at all was earning good money based on my bonuses. At the same time, I was offered a PR job. There's a recurring theme here with the PR, giving out flyers for a nightclub. No one will probably remember it. Does anyone remember Joe Paparazzi's? Yes, woohoo! I'm not that ancient. So I did some work with Joe Paparazzi's, and then afterwards I was employed to work at the Tunnel. Now, does anyone remember the Tunnel? Yay! Okay, excellent. This part-time job then led me on to studying, because I thought, I love this so much, but I need to learn. And also, because I left school and couldn't afford to go to university, I thought college is the next best thing. So I continued to study, and I worked part-time. And I remember how in the 1990s, Glasgow was at the forefront of international subculture. We had clubbing, we were well and truly versed in the Britpop scene, and many of the people that you see on TV or hear on the radio were less concerned with the big questions and much more concerned with getting into the Tunnel, the Arches, Victorias, or Cleopatras. Definitely one for the parents there. Whilst it was a passion for media that brought me here, it was only one of the things that energised me to get out of bed every single day. I love music, I love people, and I'm passionate about the environment and table tennis, all of which I loved in my 20s and still do. And in fact, lots of these hobbies and passions are part of my work. Getting paid to have fun and do what you love, bring it on. Part of my college project and what I loved about the HND in advertising, marketing and PR was that it was very practical, and my final graded piece of academic work was a billboard campaign for Absolute Vodka and the Tunnel nightclub. My strapline was Absolute Vodka, the true spirit of clubbing. And during lockdown last year, I found all of my old college work and it still looks mint, it's timeless, and I still hold on to it. A great reminder of a great piece of work which came via this very college. After graduating, I was still working with Big Beat, the company who owned the tunnel, and I blagged a job at Tea in the Park. Now, I had started a BA in Communications and Media at Glasgow, but I really wasn't dinging the academic part of it, so I figured I could try and blag a job in the media. This was a bold move and another defining moment, because your career and your life is filled with these special moments. So I phoned the then features editor of the Scottish Daily Record and said, "Hi, my name's Heather. I've got a bar job at Tea in the Park this year in the hospitality area." This was like the first year of it, I think. And I think I could probably get some good stories about celebrities. Can I have a job, please? So I went in for the interview and I got the job. I then managed to get an exclusive about Wet, Wet, Wet. Does anyone remember the band Wet, Wet, Wet? Yes, of course we do. So the manager of Wet, Wet, Wet had sent a fax, this is how old this story is, had sent a fax to the production office in Tea in the Park to say, Elliot, who's the manager, is bringing the band to the festival. When in actual fact what happened was Stuart Clumpus, who owned the festival at the time, basically said, if Elliot and Wet, Wet, Wet turn up at this year's Tea in the Park, I will have them removed by security. I was thinking, gosh, that's a bold move. So I got on the phone to John McGuirty, who was the then features editor at Daily Record, and said, I've got a story. He's like, Heather, calm down, you've got the job. And I was like, no, you don't understand, like, this is a big story. Long story cut short, one of the reporters followed up the story, and yes, of course, that was true. It made page 3 of the Daily Record, and I earned £250 for the tip. But it's better than that. My best friend was driving up from London, and she basically had hurt her foot, so she basically decided to get a flight. So she's at the airport. This is before mobile phones. I phoned her mum and said, when's Faye's flight arriving? And she said, oh, Heather, you'll never believe this, but she sat next to Robbie Williams in the departure lounge at the airport. I was like, Robbie Williams? So I put 2 and 2 together and thought, bugger it, I'll just phone the Daily Record and see if they can get a photographer. So I phoned John again. I said, John, it's Heather again. Just to let you know, I think Robbie Williams is coming up to Tea in the Park. And he was like, Heather, will you just calm down? You've got the job. And I said, no, but you don't understand. He's just left Take That. You know, if he's coming up to Glasgow for Tea in the Park, then that could be an exclusive. So, of course, what happened? They sent the photographer. We got the UK exclusive. The first picture of Robbie after he left Take That was in like all the tabloid newspapers and the front page of the Mirror. I then got another story as well. Why am I telling you this? Because I took a chance and I blagged it and I was bold. And I earned £750, which 20 years ago was a lot of pocket money. And it was one of those defining moments. After that weekend, I came to the attention of a chap called Paul Morrison, who at the time was running an agency called KLP Euro RSCG. Catchy title, right? They were based in London, and his agency had come up with the concept for Tea in the Park, and he was hiring. And because he'd seen me in action, said, would you like to come and work with me in London? I said, well, I'm doing this like BA in Communications and Media, and I should really see it through because I've studied this far, and you know. And he said, well, if you come to London, we'll get you to work on the Spice Girls World Tour and the Prodigy World Tour. Well, you can imagine what I said. When do I start? Because jobs like that, you know, you can't apply for jobs like that. So anyway, so I moved to London and I worked on the Spice Girls World Tour, and it was just at the point where Jerry decided she wanted to leave, and we just signed a huge deal with an Italian moped manufacturer called Aprilia. So we went into meltdown because we didn't know what to do, because Aprilia had basically designed all these like limited edition mopeds, which nobody wanted now because Jerry had left the Spice Girls. And then I worked on a career-defining moment, which was an event called Ballantyne's Urban High. Have we got any Prodigy fans in the audience? Yes. Okay. So in 1998 or 1999, KLP came up with this concept called Ballantine's Urban High. So we were working with a company called Diageo, who own this whiskey brand called Ballantine. So the concept was basically taking music and snowboarding to Moscow, Valencia, Paris, Prague, and Berlin. So we built the world's largest snowboard ramp. We had snowboarders from MTV, we had Prodigy, and the first gig in Moscow, obviously, was 1999, which was many, many years ago, was incredible. And if you go onto YouTube, you'll find the footage of the event. Why am I telling you this? Again, it was another opportunity to really make a decision that was bold and fearless. And it was a moment after I did that tour, I decided that I wanted to be a kids' TV presenter. Anybody else fancy doing that? Well, I used to watch Live and Kicking, think I'd love to do that, but you know, I'm from Coatbridge. I can't sing, I can't dance, I can't act, but right place, right time, right attitude, and that can take you places. So I ended up presenting a children's science program on BBC Two. I presented a show on ITV2 for a couple of years, and then I presented Live and Kicking on BBC One. After which, I then moved back to Glasgow to work in radio. Some of you might remember Beat 106 Breakfast Show and the XFM Drive Time Show, and I was the first female breakfast show anchor on commercial radio in Scotland. These jobs were all life and career-defining moments, all opportunities that came because I worked hard, played hard, and I said yes. Now I'm at Hollycomb. I'm creative director with a young, vibrant agency. I absolutely love it. We're very privileged to work with some amazing organisations. Beats and Cancer Charity are on our books, as is the Royal Society for Blind Children, Eden Mill Gin, Kimpton Blythewood Square Hotel, Table Tennis Scotland, one of my absolute loves, and a joy to have them on board as a client. I also love cheese, and we have a company called Fit Cheese. There's a recurring theme here. We've also got some eco-friendly brands, including an amazing organisation called Cullen Eco-Friendly Packaging, another firm called Green Logistics, and another fabulous brand called Rapscallion Soda. I love my job, and I'd love, if you want to come and work with me for a couple of weeks, I'd love to hear from you, as many of you as possible, because there's a lot of work going on. In summing up, what I've learned, and what I won't say is advice, but maybe thoughts to bear in mind. Work hard, play harder. Play keeps you young, creative, and energized. If you're unable to explain something in simple terms, you don't understand it. Listen. Don't just hear what someone has to say, really listen. Know when to say yes and when to say no. You can be a good person with a kind heart and still say no. Direction is much more important than speed. And say yes to everything from this day on, within reason. The education you have completed, the choices you've made, the passions you have, will all lead to a handful of truly defining life moments, whether that's in your personal or your professional life. We all have a voice and can make the choice to do something positive. Be a force for good, and you will be unstoppable. The next phase of climate activism, political economy, health science, social science, architecture, hospitality, design, retail, and charity, and everything in between could come down to the people in this room. It could come down to you. This is your moment, and I can sense a real sense of energy in the room, the energy of determination and excitement, the desire to get something done in the world and to make an impact on someone's life outside of your own. Look back fondly on college and keep moving forward with an open heart and mind. Capture those moments, for that is all we have, and you'll do brilliantly, not just because of your time here at City of Glasgow College, because you are you, and that is your superpower. Thank you. Go forth and be brilliant.
Gosh, thank you, Heather. What a great few words for us all, and goes to show what you can achieve through commitment, passion, and being bold. So we'll take that with us. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're fast approaching the bit you've all been waiting for, which is the presentation of awards. So, therefore, I now invite Principal Little to the front of the stage To recognise the graduates with a nod, and Elvie Novinsky, Dean of Faculty, to take her place to announce 2021 graduates. Remember, graduates, it's not a race, so take your time going across. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. It is my great pleasure to announce the list of 2021 graduates for the Faculty of Creative Industries. Shall we start? For HNC Arts and Design, Art Glass, Kathleen Lang. Simone Price. Stephanie Watley. HND Furniture Craftsmanship with Design, Stephen Howe. HND Furniture with Restoration, April Berenguer. Kim Blythe. Vicky Cotton. Nicole Glendinen. William MacDonald. Edward William McGill. Lorna McGelp. For HNC 3D Design, Interior Design, Marzena Kozak. Ahmad Sharaf. Manpreet Gariel. For HND 3D Design, Interior Design, Julia Boudouche. Chanel Gibb. Hannah Gibson. Nicole Henderson. Petra Joshua. Ciara Kelly. Vladimira Navratilova. For HND Acting and Performance, Tatiana Chilini. Luke Farrell. Jamie Simpson. Louis DeWolf. For HNC 3D Design, Display Design for Retail, Ryan Fulton. HND 3D Design, Display Design for Retail, Francesca Daly. Berkshire Mohammed. For HND 3D Design, Model Making for the Creative Industries, Alana Campbell. Erica Jane Martin. Willow McKenzie. Finley McLeod. Harry Singh. Billy Tonge. And Jackson Vaughn. For H&D Acting and Performance, Jane Gatley. H&D 3D Design Product Design, Ewan Key. Marie-Claire Livingstone. Chloe McKell. For HNC Art and Design Applied Arts, Grace Moore. Morgan Watson. For H&D Art and Design Applied Arts, Evie Evangelou. Anna Gilchrist. Chloe Higgins. And Lisa McKittrick. For H&D Jewelry Design, Louise Campbell. Bethany Chan. Giulia Fornari. Dorothy Kirkwood. Lindsay Ann Mahood. Robin McCracken. And Milica Milankova. For HNC Creative Printmaking, Mariam Alatabi. For H&D Art and Design Creative Printmaking, Cerise Aitken. Emma Beveridge. Ailey Lindsay. Ariane O'Neill. Rochelle Simons. Kira Maylies. For HNC Contemporary Art Practice Fine Art, Ailey Lumpson. For HND Contemporary Art Practice Fine Art, Sumaya Javed. For BA with Honors Contemporary Art Practice, Lauren Banks. Yvonne Berenguer. Esther Elizabeth Brown. Iboni Kokoza. Jacqueline Louisa Kennedy. Tim Kerman. Fiona Martin. Ewan Matthew. Rochelle McGlone. Sam McQuiston. Matthew Sharkey. Astrid Turner. Shona Waldrop. Lindsay Watson. For HNC Photography, Hira Kaleem. And Zoe McKee. For HND Photography, Adam Boyd. Grant Campbell. Jade McGowan Campbell. Emily Close. Lauren Doherty. Sean Howard Duthay. Joan Elder. James McKay. Gerald McMillan. Katie Murphy. Natalie O'Rourke. Alex Proctor. Kaylin Rigby. Jennifer Sibold. And Nicola Ann Warrenham. For our BA Honors Photography, Miriam Ali. Laura Boller. Rachel Boyce. Robbie Boyd. Becca Byrne. Samantha Jane Cairns. Dominic Erdley. Sean Fox. Agata Gizeska. Ian Gallagher. Susan Kelly. Michelle McLean. Rosemary Geraldine McClure. Paul McDade. Neve McAnally. Gemma Mitchell. Hannah Reed. And Heather Rowan. For HND, Computer Arts and Design, Creative Animation, Christy Dorothy Anderson. Roisin Benning. Naila Sirak. Rachel Frajaban. Laurie McIlrath. Erin Smith. For HND Computer Arts and Design Digital Arts, Alice McGettigan. And Bethany Milne. For HND Visual Communication, Digital Media, Abdedaim El Khefa. Harry Hutspeth. Paul McCluskey. Alex Palace. For H&D Visual Communication Graphic Design, Karina Campbell. Sasha Alice Cruz. Jamie Kemp. Rachel Kirkwood. Holly King-Louis Law. Melissa Lowell. Dana Murshed. Melissa Robertson. Abby Somerville. Alicia Rose Thornburn. Holly Travers. Emma Weir. And Beth Wilson. For HNC Visual Communication Illustration and Graphic Design, Archie Scott. For HND Visual Communication Illustration, Sophie Louise Glendinning. Lauren Kalache. And Roberta Lawlin. For BA Design Practice, Margot Mary Schittle. And David McLean. For BA Honors Design Practice, Stephanie Boyd. Alice Brown. Rebecca Collins. Jade Frime. Nicola MacArthur. Lewis McKechnie. Jonathan Russell. And Caitlin Smith. Now for HNC 3D Computer Animation, Sean Mohan. For HND 3D Computer Animation, Nathan Brown. Kyle Forbes. Serena Forbes. Malgorzata Grabowska. Neve McAllister. Eden Scally. Daniel John Simpson. And Lance Vinuya. For HND Computer Games Development, Caitlin Forbes. Zaini Fraz Khan. William McLean. Hamza Khalid Mer. And Roby Wiley. For HNC, Digital Design and Web Development, Darren Murray. HND Web Development, Jack Robert Moran. For HND Creative Industries, Media and Communication, David Ezekiel Klest. Amy Louise Hopkins. Tomasz Lesniara. And Kara McDonald. For HNC Professional Writing Skills, Jordana Bashir. Kieran Doherty. And Sophia Kane. HNC Practical Journalism, Courtney McKenzie. HND Practical Journalism, Sophie Adams. Sarah Campbell. Flora Shishmada. Martha DeHare. Douglas Lewis Auler. Caitlin Patrick. HNC Radio, Adams Julians. HND Radio, Jack Robertson. Leah Robertson. Megan Savage. And Amy Watson. For HNC Television, Cameron John Collings. For HND Television, Gemma Alexander. Imen Bourray. Elliot Doris. Robert Douglas. Kyle Edgecombe. Jack Forrest. William Gordon. Keith Hayden. Ian McKenzie. Ryan McMaster. Emma McDonald. Callum McLeod. Sean Malcolm. Hannah McClintock. Robbie Thomas Andrew Miller. Alex Christina Ross. Rocco Rossetti. Zane Samadeh. And Ross Stewart. For BA Honors Television, Cara Devlin. Michael Devlin. Callum Frame. Scott Fraser. Matthew Glenn. Gavin Hunter. Harry McDowell. And Gavin Fern. For H&D Advertising and Public Relations, Jamie Carmichael. Murren Dennis. Alex Hamilton. Robert Ennis. Lamisha Ramzan. Emma Story. For HNC Marketing Communication, Destiny Robot. Andrew Ray. For H&D Marketing, Bess Camilleri. Laura McCartney. Samantha McLellan. Emma Scott. And Johnny Bairstow. For H&D Building Surveying, Andrew Robert Bayliss. Andrew McCauley. For H&C Construction Management, Mark Cabre. Johnny Cunningham. Alan Granger. Mark Lees. And Taylor Kenneth Lil John. For H&D Construction Management, Abdullah Ali. Scott Mooney. Jack Roche. And Tracy Young. For H&D Architectural Technology, David Bailey Curry. Logan Doney. Edda Ergun. Clara Gartner. Davy Glenn. Rebecca Hale. Teresa Marjo. Rafe Nakve. Frank Reed. Leanne Reed. And Natalie Street. For HNC, Computer-Aided Architectural Design and Technology, Joseph Shu. H&D, Computer-Aided Architectural Design and Technology, Mark Coley. Jericho Magararu. Ian James Patterson. For HNC Quantity Surveying, Chloe Cuddy. Elizabeth Hunter. And Emma McAlpine. For H&D Quantity Surveying, Stuart McCausland. And this concludes the list of graduates for 2021 for the Faculty of Creative Industry. You did it. Very proud. And now, let me introduce you to my dear colleague, Mark Stagg, the Dean of Faculty for Nautical and STEM. Thank you.
Principal, ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to announce the graduates for the Faculty of Nautical and STEM. HND Computer Networking and Internet Technology, David McGonigal. Alexandru Nogai. HNC Computer Science, Sana Ali. HND Computer Science, Andrew Cole. James Gregg. HNC Computing, Chris Lowe. HND Computing Software Development, Saida Shah. HND Cybersecurity, Craig Bryce. Aidan Duffy. Luke Price. Harun Usman. HND Electrical Engineering, Joshua Dickey. HND Advanced Industrial Automation Engineering, Prakash Singh. HNC Computer Science, Sana Ali. HNC Mechanical Engineering, Emma Cunningham. Eve Nielsen. Christopher Onwubolu. Paul Carlo Subido. HNC Mechanical Engineering, Glasgow University. Berivan Sheiko. David Smith. HNC Mechanical Engineering, Strathclyde University. Aidan Bennis. HND Mechanical Engineering, Callum Alexander. Matthew Hood. Asad Malik. Drew McMillan. Sam Meiklejohn. Owen Mooney. Tyler Rennie. HNC Marine Engineering, Thomas Berron Barford. Nicholas Brown. Peter Hardwick. Sean Karl-Heinz Lowe. Adam Mackay. Donald McLean. Keir Whitelaw. HND Marine Engineering, David Thomas Lawrenson Jones. Reese Page. Reese Allen Sim. Harry Wardle. PDA Marine Management, Marine Engineering, Matthew Balcom. Rachel Benson. Darren Blair. Alexander Edward John Bosson. Ewan Daisley. Matthew Davey. Samuel Henry Downing. Ryan Kennedy. Matthew Ross Kerr. Callum Alistair McCausland. John McIntosh. Liam McLaughlin. Scott Kane Robertson. Adam Savage. Sam Smith. Grant Linton John Watkins. Alex Robert Wilson. HND Marine Electrotechnology. Conan Rock. Joshua Sage. Jordan Stevenson Ward. Ryan Stephen Turner. Jivko Jalev. HNC Nautical Science. Rosemary Abbott. Joseph Campbell Padrana. Peter Thomas Christensen. Innes James Ferguson. Joshua Gentry. Sean Jared Knight. Lewis Lafferty. Kasper Legowski. Matthew Mackenzie. Ian Grant McLean. Callum Price. Callum Robertson. William Say. Marcus Simmons. Mirren Smythe. Ryan Spall. Portia Taylor Mountford. PDA Marine Management Nautical Science. Callum Davies. Jacob Denton. Cameron Gibb. George Gunningham. Michael Hammond. Poppy Bly James. Alice Amelia Kirby. Joshua Lethbridge. Samuel Thomas Marsh. Callum Gordon Miller. Leon Joshua O'Sullivan. Andre Christian Pascu. Thomas Rapley. Benna Runcie. Matthew Joseph Turner. Samuel Waldron. Adam Stockman. PDA Marine Management Nautical Science from our September graduation. Emma Judith Barrett. Jack Boyle. Dominic Jeffrey Chodzinski. Morgan Coe. Alexander Douglas Day. James Ryan McCulloch. Andrew Morehouse. And Robert Andrew Owens. Congratulations, well done.
Okay, thank you, Elodie. Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Principal. I'm sure you're all glad that terrifying walk is now done. Wipe the sweat from your brow, pressure's off. So well done, everyone. We'd like to share with you some messages of congratulations from people you might recognise from the college, just on the video here.
You've done it, and so we're just really super proud of it.
To congratulate from all the staff here in the department.
A single one of you couldn't be prouder of you. What an incredible journey. Superb.
Congratulations and very best wishes for the future.
Congratulations all interior design students on your graduation. Well done and good luck.
We're really, really proud of your achievements this year and wish you all the very best for your future. Bye.
Well done, everyone. Very, very proud of all of you. All the best for your future.
Well done. You deserve this. Congratulations.
Well done. You're absolutely awesome.
All the HNC CAT students, you did a brilliant job. Well done.
You've done amazingly well. Congratulations.
I'd like to say a huge well done to the BA Contemporary Art Practice students.
Well done on graduating.
Good luck!
Well done to all the fine arts students graduating this year.
Congratulations, folks. It was a tough year and you did it.
Congratulations to our wonderful graduating acting and performance students of 2021. Well done.
Good luck to all ETOs and Maria juniors.
Congratulations to all mechanical engineering students.
Congratulations, guys.
and best of luck on everything you're going to do. I know you will do great.
Hello to all graduates and congratulations.
I wish you all the best with your careers and happy graduation.
Congratulations to all the HNC and Housekeeping Rules students that are graduating today. Well done.
Well done in your perseverance. Congratulations and all the very best for the future.
I would like to say a huge congratulations to all the nautical cadets that are graduating today. It's an absolutely superb achievement given the circumstances that you've been through the cadetship in.
I want to wish you all the best in your future and your careers, and thank you for being a fantastic class.
Okay, that was wonderful, wasn't it? So I'd like to add my own congratulations to all of this afternoon's graduates. We'll all be sick of congratulating each other, but today is the day to do it. We now have some really exciting awards, which are top student awards to present. And can I ask that our guest, Heather Sutty, comes forward to present the prizes, please? Thank you. So, for the Faculty of Creative Industries, the Principal's Prize for Outstanding Academic Achievement, sponsored by Eden Ravenscroft, goes to H&D Contemporary Art Practice, Medini Yanat. For H&D Building Surveying, Mark Green. And for HND Applied Arts, Chloe Higgins. For HND Practical Journalism, Sarah Campbell. HND Web Development, Ray Robertson. Now for some very special prizes this evening, the Art Foundation medal goes to BA Honours Photography, Geraldine McClure. BA Honours Contemporary Art Practice, Tim Kierman. The St. Kentigern medal goes to BA Honours Photography, Sean Fox. And BA Honours Contemporary Art Practice, Matthew Sharkey. Art Foundation Highly Commended Award goes to BA Honours Contemporary Art Practice, Lindsay Watson. BA Honours Photography, Gemma Mitchell. BA Honours Design Practice, Nicola MacArthur. And BA Honours Design Practice, Jade Frame. So for the Faculty of Nautical and STEM, the Principal's Prize for Outstanding Academic Achievement, sponsored by Eden Ravenscroft, HNC Mechanical Engineering, Alexander MacDonald. For HND Mechanical Engineering, Alex Warren. For HND Marine Engineering, Harry Wardell. And for HNC Nautical Science, Sean Knight. Thanks, Heather, for presenting our prizes. Yeah. You can tell who's the presenter here, and I'm clearly upstaged. Heather, we know how busy you are, but we would like for the principal to present you with a token of our appreciation. So thank you very much. Heather's been fantastic today. Brilliant. Thank you. Principal, can I ask you now to present our Special Staff Awards? So for outstanding contribution to our profession and providing a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for students during COP26, please, Jackie Shaw, Associate Associate Dean in Media. And for bravery and selflessness in helping others, Darren Carrigan, Campus Security Officer. Thank you, Principal. Can I invite Alistair Barron, the Chair of our board, to come forward and give the closing address, please? Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Kearney. Heather, Principal, members of the College Board, distinguished guests, ladies, gentlemen, and importantly, all of our graduates of 2021, and your family, friends, and loved ones. As Chair of the Board of Management of the College, graduation is one of the highlights of my calendar. The honour falls to me to deliver these few closing remarks. I'm sorry to tell you that unlike this morning's graduation, when I had lost the first 2 pages, you are going to receive the full speech. And I'm particularly delighted that so many of you have been able to join us in person for this ceremony. I can't tell you what a difference it makes. I'm also delighted that so many have joined us watching virtually. My congratulations go to you all on your outstanding achievements. Graduates, as Principal Little mentioned in his address, we are acutely aware that the challenges brought by COVID-19 and the necessary restrictions make your accomplishments all the more impressive. You should be immensely proud of yourselves. You carried on at a time of unprecedented crisis. Don't forget that. These have been and are very difficult times. Your flexibility, your determination, all helped you overcome adversity. Remember that and be proud. On behalf of the Board of Management, let me say we are extremely proud of each and every one of you. You succeeded when the odds seemed stacked against you. You continued to work hard, to dedicate yourselves to achieving your degrees, diplomas, and professional certificates. And for that, I and my colleagues in the Board of Management respect and applaud you. Equipped now with your qualifications, you are embarking on a new chapter of your life. It will bring more challenges, but you will face those and succeed. Remember what you've already overcome. Remember also to believe in yourselves. Have faith in your newly acquired skills, have confidence in your abilities, and aim to be the best version of yourself. Set yourself goals, dream big. For where my generation has failed, each of you, our talented, skilled, climate-aware generation, have the opportunity to shape and to create a new and better future. Your future, and that of our planet, now rests in your hands. I have confidence that you will make a better job than we did. I believe that future generations will owe you a deep, great debt of gratitude for no more blah, blah, blah. For now, many of you will owe a debt of gratitude to your family, friends, partners, for the support, advice, assurance, and even the occasional shoulder to cry on, which they no doubt may have provided during your studies. A debt of thanks also goes to City of Glasgow College lecturing and support staff for their professionalism and guidance throughout your time at college. Each of us in Team City wish you every success in your chosen careers or further studies. Graduates, fellow college alumni, this ceremony is about you. It's all about you. Today is your special day. And despite all the nerves that I know occur as you walked up that step, remember it with great pride. I'm nearly at the end of my own blah, blah, blah. But want to finish with a quote from an inspirational woman as a lawyer and former US Supreme Court Associate Justice, succeeded in an area where sadly so few women are represented. The greatly missed Ruth Bader Ginsburg, who died last year. And she left this golden nugget of advice, which I think is apt for times in which we live. If you want to be a true professional, do something outside yourself. Something to repair the tears in your community. Something to make life a little better for people less fortunate than you. And I stress that last bit, something to make life a little better for people less fortunate than you. So thank you for being part of our City of Glasgow story. Enjoy your celebrations, and remember, your City of Glasgow College family, and I say that again, your City of Glasgow College family will always be here for you, today, tomorrow, and every other tomorrow. Thank you.
Many thanks for those words of encouragement, Mr. Barron. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you'll be glad to know that brings us just about to the end of our proceedings. But you may like to know that all graduate names are published in today's Glasgow Herald, and there's a congratulations gift waiting for you at the gown drop-off point as you leave today. Can I ask you to please be upstanding while the stage party proceeds out of the auditorium? Thank you, and enjoy your evening.